Hey there guys, how's it going? Hope you're all doing well and welcome to something everybody loves, a brand new fresh ARKPOC wipe. So this time, as promised, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. If you watch my series regularly, you'll know that I often play solo or maybe sometimes in a very small tribe. However, this time I had the opportunity to play with a much bigger group, so I thought, hey, why not? We all know that there's cheaters on ARKPOC who are going to dominate the server, but it'd be nice if there'd be some competition for them to try and set them down a peg or two, get them frustrated. Even though they've got the cheats, we've got the experience, we've got the skill, we can give them hell if we get organised and we all get together and try and counter them. So this all came about because I messaged another ARK YouTuber that you might have heard of called Vindacta, asking if he was going to be playing in the next wipe. It turned out he was, and he was going to be playing in a big tribe, so I decided to join them. So these aren't people that I've played with before. It always can be difficult when you're playing ARK with a new group, especially if you don't know them. However, we can make it work. Most players are pretty similar, and if they're going to be playing in a tribe like this, probably going to be pretty experienced. Now, before we start off this series, let's see if we can hit a likes target. I asked for 2,000 on the last video, and you guys didn't hit it. I don't know what to say. Maybe you're just not up for the task. Prove me wrong, guys. Let's go for 1,500 on this one. This is a midweek upload, which often isn't quite as popular, but let's see if you can do it. Also, if you don't already, consider following me on my social medias. I've actually got them linked in the description of all of my videos, but the one in particular I've been posting on recently is Instagram. It's the only one out of them that I regularly use, and I think that's half decent. So if you want to watch any of my stuff outside of gaming, outside of ARK, just having a laugh, day-to-day life stuff, and keep up with me on the daily, go follow me on Instagram. It's JAYEX23. So as always, with a completely fresh start, we've got a lot to be doing today, so let's get on with it. Alright, brand new ARKPOC wipe. We are playing with a big tribe. We're going full try-hard for the first time in many, many months. Playing with Vindacta as well as a few other people I've played with before. I think could be a good one. We're definitely going to be competing with the big boys in this one. We're going to have a lot of fights with the big tribes. Hopefully it goes well. It's going to be a lot easier than when I play solo, that's for sure. But I'm going to go do some bottlenose blitz, get some early points, get to, I don't know, level 65 or something like that, and then try and get some bloodstalkers. But we'll see. Might have to end up playing it by ear. Alright, so one of the benefits being the big tribe is there's lots of people to help, but also one of the bad sides is obviously it can be mass confusion. That's currently what's happening right here. So I've come out of the Discord madness just to set up something quickly here in the bog in a nice spot so we can get some tames and actually start doing some proper work. Alright, we've got a little squad going here at the crap shack. We've got some people making some blood bags, people doing things, we've got metal going. I'm just putting a little turret here up at the crap shack. We've got people over at Luna as well, trying to get the Luna cave nice and early doors. I think Vindacta's doing that with some others. You can see him getting killed by a tech raptor. But I'm just going to work on this, probably get like 3 light turrets on this, just so this is like kind of a safe space for us to make blood bags early game. And we've got other people going out and doing all kinds of different things. So a very different approach from me. We're like an hour or two in right now, not like a super amazing start or anything, but a decent start, and it's a whole different world for me after doing all this solo for so long, like in the first hour or two, to have turrets up and tames and foundations staying in places. Very, very nice, so it should be interesting wipe. So I'm progressing the little crap shack here. I'm kind of doing the job as like just making sure this is okay. Basically arranging everything, being like the manager of this little section of people. We've got a Bilzabufo, we've got a Megatherium, we've got a Procoptodon. I have got some of the guys out looking for Bloodstalkers, but the unfortunate problem is that, you know, you can't find them. Don't matter how many people you've got, they're still difficult to find early game because either they don't spawn or there's just so many people out looking for them. But obviously this little crap shack is pretty, you know, safe now. If anyone comes and raid this, it'd be kind of pointless. Most people who are out in the bog right now that are going to C4 or grenade something are looking for blood bags, and I don't know where ours are. I'm not really dealing with blood bags, but basically there's not much to lose. We've got a whole nother group of us over in the Luna. Hopefully they're doing a good job, but I don't know. We're just kind of looking for bloodstalkers right now. Hopefully as soon as we find one, that will be the start of a, you know, quick progress. So a bit bad news, the Lunar guys got rushed. I don't know if at some point Vidactor will put that up in a video or not, but they got rushed by people early. You had high level tech Rex and some other things, and then they had one turret up, so it wasn't enough to defend against it. So looks like our Lunar spot is gone. Obviously we've still got our bog spot, but we've got numbers. We've honestly got plenty of numbers right now, so I don't see it being an issue in the long term, but it's obviously not ideal. We're still in the first couple of hours here. I've got this nice pro cop down, very easy to do with from billboards, and obviously you can just buy the rare mushrooms. Actually only took like 20 arrows, so super convenient. This is going to be good for doing the boss, also great for early game farming on any map, so this should help us. So I'll be honest, the start of this wipe was actually a bit more stressful than I'd hoped. Normally I play solo and I'm just like super chill as I'm playing, like I'm relaxed. Obviously playing in a big group and with people I haven't played with before, the Discord's going nuts, I'm not used to it, and there's just so many people, it's so unorganised. So I thought I'd take a break from that, as one of the guys had found a base over in the snow biome that was just a little start up, but it looked like they were just about to get turrets up. So if we could find maybe some turrets ahead and a fabricator or something like that, that would really help us progress, because we only had a couple of lights on our base at this point. So went over there, blew in, but as you can see, wasn't quite as profitable as we hoped.
Everything down?
The pro cop's coming in, boys! The pro cop's coming in!
They're not here.
There's like nothing in the fabricator.
Smithy out?
Let's get looting.
Is there even a smithy?
There has to be. Maybe there wasn't. There it is, right here.
Oh, cool.
Down here. There's not much. I think they just took.
Well, let's just take.
They literally just took everything.
Let's
just take all the cooked metal.
Yeah, let's just take the ingots.
Yeah.
Stick them in the pro cop. So me and your boy Vin have headed over to Aberration to set down a little farming base here. We do actually plan to go back to Genesis and live in by the caves, but we need Aberration for farming really, so this is quite a nice spot. He's messed that up a little bit, but hey ho, I guess it is what it is. But yeah, it shouldn't be too long now. We've got a few Bloodstalkers, just need to get organised really so we can start farming over here. Once we start farming over here, this is just going to be mad with the amount of turrets and ammo we're going to be able to produce here, and see where we go from there. We have to play it by ear a little bit, but yeah, who knows what's going to happen, to be honest. Okay, so it is the start of day 2. I had a nice old rest, and what's a nice thing about playing a big tribe and then going to bed? You wake up and things are actually different. Absolutely incredible scenes here at the base. So we're up here in the ceiling base in Aberration. Very, very useful early game. Obviously, long term, it's not ideal. It's not really big enough for a big tribe to be raising stuff, so we do plan on moving possibly to Genesis, but it's absolutely fine for now. We've got Valonos going here. We've got Reaper Kings. We've got Bloodstalkers. We've got like probably 80% of the things that you need. We do need some more blueprints, so I'm about to head to Crystal Isles. I'm also going to get us an Arthroplura. So my idea is I'm going to go Crystal Isles, get an Arthroplura with a Crystal Wyvern. So I need to get the Crystal Wyvern as well. And then I'm also going to get an Itchy and start doing the deep sea drops there. If I can do deep sea drops combined with the ones in the snow as well, that's like probably 15 to 20 drops, all that can be had in just one trip. So it's the absolute best place to get blueprints, especially if you combine the two. So I'm just in the process now of making my scuba. I actually found this half decent long neck as well that I'm going to take over there. I've already got a good flat kit on, well obviously Hazard and Riot as well. This was made by us. We've got this blueprint which is actually pretty good, nothing too amazing, and yeah, got a nice kit going on here. Basically should be absolutely fine. I'm going on a low level Bloodstalker, so I'm not really there to PvP. Maybe once I tame a high level Wyvern I'll start PvPing over there, but yeah, just gonna make the scuba, gonna make the Itchy saddle, and then I think, or actually I'm gonna then get some mutton probably, and then I'll head over. Oh, finally got myself an Itchy. Jeez, this was way harder than it should have been. End up going to make myself some flippers because I was an idiot and didn't make any over on main server. Right, let's use this to get the drops, see if we can get some good gear going. So the Itchy is an absolutely ideal tame for doing the underwater drops on Crystal Isles. It's super fast, it doesn't really have the health, but that doesn't really matter to me. The tunnels in Crystal Isles are super long, so you need something fast. You can use something tankier like a Bacillo in case you get in trouble, but especially without any movement speed in them, they're just so slow. For me, especially early game, the quicker I can get in and out, the quicker I can get back to base and start doing other productive things. Now, although there's lots to be done early game, getting yourself good blueprints early game is absolutely essential and can make a huge difference. If you can get a good flak set and some good saddles and maybe even some good weapons within the first 24 to 48 hours, you are so far ahead of the opposition when it comes to PvP, raiding and defending that it's going to really help set you up. So if you can afford to, you need at least a couple of people looking for drops on Crystal Isles, maybe the island, maybe Ragnarok, the Lava Golem Cave as well. Now, as I went down to check the drops, I actually came across someone. This is going to be very, very common if you're doing this on a busy server. There's almost always going to be other people looking for drops, which is why it's always preferable to do it when it's less busy. However, start of the server, it's always going to be rammed. And this guy that I came up across, actually, I didn't really know what to do about it. It's difficult when you're both underwater and you're both only on itches. However, I started biting them, and lo and behold, I didn't really realise it would tame mine, but my dolphin is actually a bit of a melee beast, so I managed to eat him to death, which was kind of funny. Like, itchies obviously don't do loads of damage, but this one had 300 damage and his itchy was super low level, so it was worth taming a high level one. I would have got caught out here if I ended up having a lower level one. So I spent the morning looking for blueprints on the island on Crystal Isles and got myself a decent little collection, as you're gonna see. So I decided to tame some Arthros. I've shown this in previous videos before, but I guess not everyone sees every video. But if you didn't know, really good and easy way to tame an Arthro is to just drop them in any structure like this. You can make it out of anything really, and then you can feed them like so through the wall without them actually aggroing, which is very nice. So just whistle passive on these ones. I should be able to cryo them through the wall. You normally can. That would be very nice. And yeah, you see, you can cryo them through the wall as well, so super convenient. We don't have any Arthros at base. People using C4 on vaults, and it pained me to watch it earlier, so this will be way, way nicer. We can actually breed these as well, which is cool. Alright, going back to Aberration. I've just downloaded all the best stuff I've got here. Got a decent mix. There's nothing here that's like outstanding. I don't know, I mean, the fur chest piece is okay, it's still quite expensive, but it's an okay mix of stuff. A couple of Arthros, got my dolphin for the drops over here, got our first blood wyvern, a couple of pumpies and some other weapons, good combos. But yeah, this is basically like the most decent stuff I found from going around solo. So about to transfer this over to Ab. Because we're playing a big group, I'm more confident about not having the stuff in upload. Just keep it in the base. Whatever happens, happens. But yeah, shouldn't be too long now. Should be able to do bosses today. And maybe some more raiding later on. But normally when I play, I don't know if you guys are the same, I like to log on and do grinding and taming. And then maybe like a few hours before I want to log off, I'll look for raid targets. Kind of like an end of the day thing. But we'll see how it goes. So we're going to round off today's episode here. I hope you enjoyed it, guys. It was a little bit of a chill one. I didn't record as much as I wanted, but while playing the huge group, the absolute chaos of the group chat just kind of threw me off my recording a little bit. I kept forgetting to record. I was busy talking to people rather than just playing solo and recording. So it's definitely a different look for this one, but I'm sure we're going to make it work. And the benefit is that you are going to see much bigger scale raids and bigger scale bases than you've seen in the last few series. I know this is a bit of a shorter episode, but I wanted to cut it off here because it links up nicely with the start of the next video where you're going to see us actually raid a really, really good base spot that we're going to end up taking over. Now, if you have made it this far, you know you are a part of Secret Word Gang, the best gang on YouTube. Maybe that's going to get me demonetized for saying that. I don't know, but we are cool dudes in Secret Word Gang, and you are definitely one of them, my friends. So if you are part of Secret Word Gang, leave me a comment with the word alpha in. Don't just write the word alpha. Try not to make it completely obvious that that's a secret word. Don't forget to like the video as well if you haven't on the way out. Follow my Instagram, linked in the description below, and I'll see you in the next one.